In this video, we will see how to track the scrolling of a web page. That is, when visitors access our site and scroll the page with the scroll bar. Here, as we can see, for example, while they read the content of our page, this is very important for marketing purposes as it allows us to understand if those we bring to the site are actually interested in what we offer. In this tutorial, we have a website built on Framework360. It is not mandatory to have a site built on the platform, since Framework360 can also be integrated with third-party platforms such as WordPress, PrestaShop, etc. Obviously, the tracking is much more precise if we clearly use the same platform. First, we access the tracking module, then web tracking. We click on the Add button to add a new tracking project, and under project name, we put tutorial. For example, we can enter the name of the site we want to track. As we can see on the right, it is written. Enabled domains, we leave it as use on tutorial because clearly it is the site we want to track, but it is already built on the platform, so it already recognizes it. Or we should enter an external site as a domain to enable. In this case, we leave it as use on tutorial, as seen in other video tutorials. This module allows us to track a lot of actions that we will now see, and clearly send the events also to Facebook, Pixel, Google Analytics, Google Ads, Tag Manager, and much more. We see Microsoft Ads, even TikTok, etc., LinkedIn. We save our tracking project. As we can see, two tabs called Goals and Statistics will open. Among the goals, we will find all the tracking actions that the platform provides us with. There are really many, and in this tutorial, we specifically look at page scroll. In the third tab, we will find the tracking statistics when the events we are tracking clearly occur. We go into Goals and select page scroll, we activate it, then we scroll down. And here, Framework360 will open a section for us that asks what minimum scroll percentage should occur. To be tracked, for example, we can enter 50%, so when the page is scrolled at least 50%, then Framework360 will take the tracking action. Here we can decide whether to track only once per session. That is, every time a visitor arrives, and perhaps changes the page if they scroll the page. At least once. More than 50% will trigger the tracking, but only once. So if the visitor then visits more pages and scrolls other pages, the tracking has already occurred. In this case, we leave it empty because we want to send more than one for each page that is visited. As we can see, here there will be third-party tracking that will allow the event to be sent. Not only on Framework360, but also on platforms like Facebook, Pixel, Google Analytics, and others. In this case, we write scroll page VT. By doing so, we know that when someone scrolls the page to at least 50%, Framework360 will capture this as an event value. We can enter specific values if we want a custom value to be passed along with the event, which is triggered after the 50% scroll. It's not mandatory, but when the event occurs, the value will also be displayed in the Statistics tab. We save, and as we can see, there's nothing in the Statistics tab yet. We reload the page, so the tracking will be enabled, as we can see now. I will scroll the page at least 50%, and by reloading the Statistics tab, we see that it will be recorded. Scroll page 50, here is Framework360. It will also provide us with other information for marketing purposes, such as the operating system used and other things as we saw before. For example, if we want to send this event to Facebook Pixel as well, we just need to clearly insert our Pixel code. I refer you to the dedicated tutorial video to understand where to get the ID. We can also insert, for example, the access token for the APIs, and then we save. And once we have clearly enabled Facebook Pixel, we can go into our tracking action and enable third-party tracking. As we can see, the box to send the same event to Facebook will be enabled. Here we could call it, for example, scroll 50 as a custom event, and then save. At this point, by reloading the page and scrolling the page again to 50%, we see that the new event will have been captured clearly by reloading the statistics here as well. And besides capturing it, Framework360 will have also sent it to Facebook with the name scroll 50